Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, what were we talking about this time last year?
Also, the guy making Five Nights at Freddy's a reality.
All that and more on the way next. It's time for our Monday tradition, the box office breakdown, looking at what made money and what didn't in theaters this weekend. Let us know what you've watched lately, new or old movies or shows. We always love to hear about it at 877-2-RADIO-U or with the talkback button in the RadioU app. This week, what made money is Spider-Man Brand New Day yet again.
Oh my gosh, did it make so much money?
Spider-Man Brand New Day was number one. It made $145 million in its second week.
This movie is going to hit $1 billion.
It's already over $1 billion.
No, I mean in just the United States.
Oh, yeah.
It's already at $655 million in just the United States.
In basically a week.
Yeah.
Like just over a week. It also, for context, most movies don't open to $145 million. It got that in its second weekend.
I know.
For context, the second weekend The Odyssey was released, which The Odyssey is now also over $1 billion. But in its second week, the entire box office barely made $145 million.
I know. Spider-Man is it's crushing these numbers.
Yeah, so actually insane. The Odyssey was a distant second, which made another $31 million, which is still really good when you've been out for a month, and it is over $1 billion worldwide.
Yep.
But just completely overshadowed at this point by Spider-Man. Number 3 was new this week, and this is the what didn't part of the box office breakdown. Number 3 and number 4, because these were the new releases this weekend. One Night Only, which is the Purge for hookups movie. It, in its opening weekend, only made $5.7 million.
Okay.
I can't imagine it's a big budget movie.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that they're happy. Universal is happy making $5.7 million with an opening weekend. And number 4 was Super Troopers 3, which made $4 million in its opening weekend.
Yikes.
I didn't know there was a Super Troopers 2 necessarily.
Yeah.
But I also don't keep a lot of track of Super Troopers. But I will tell you that was advertised very heavily.
To you.
It could be specifically to me or just like the things that I happen to listen to.
Yeah, because I didn't see anything about it until I went to see Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. And then I got like not really a trailer about Super Troopers 3, but just like a promotion about it from the movie theater I was at.
I got that.
Yeah.
But I had already heard about
anything else.
But I thought that's also so crazy.
I know. I've not really seen them do that before.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie theater itself like
advertise a film.
Yeah, exactly. So that was crazy that they got that tie-in. I was like, wow, they're really promote, like Super Troopers really is trying to get their name out there.
They were trying, but also this chain of movie theaters, not the biggest in the United States.
I don't know. There's only like 5 chains to choose from. So to get one of them. And
this might be the smallest one.
And I guess the 5 chains will take any money they can get. So maybe that's the answer. But let us know what you've seen lately at 877-2-RADIO-U or with the talkback button in the RadioU app. I have not, with having a new dog, have not gone to the theaters recently.
Okay.
But I have seen a new movie.
Okay.
And I didn't even pirate it.
Oh, good for you.
I'll let you know what that was. Hopefully, Allie, you have something. You already gave your Spider-Man review.
Yeah, I started a new show, so I'm excited to talk about it because we've talked about this particular show on the air.
All right, we'll check in on that and what anybody else has been watching at 877-2-RADIO-U or the talkback button in the RadioU app. Looking at which movies are making money. Spider-Man number 1, making an insane $145 million in its second week. Over $1 billion worldwide. The Odyssey 2, One Night Only, and Super Troopers 3 round out the top 4. Allie, we've got some people texting in about what they've seen, including William, who says he's about halfway through the new season of Silo on Apple TV Plus, and he really likes that.
Okay.
And he's going to see Spider-Man with a friend tomorrow.
All right. Have fun with Spider-Man. We also heard from Regina. She says she watched the final season of Wizards Beyond Waverly Place, which is the continuation of Wizards of Waverly Place with Selena Gomez and David Henry. It was wrapped up well and a little better writing than expected for a kid's show, especially Disney. I think the biggest factor was that Selena and David were executive producers and had such a big part in that continuation.
Okay.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
I saw this and I didn't know it was already out.
Okay.
But like when I saw that this was a thing.
Is it on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm like, is it like for like kids? Or is it like if you watched Wizards of Waverly Place when it was first out and you're a grown up now?
This is for you.
Kind
of like Fuller House, when that was on Netflix.
Right. Or I think there's been a few other like kind of instances, but it's a very like, I guess it's a good idea, but also like kind of niche to like, what if the characters were grown up or whatever? And you're grown up, so, and the characters can curse now. I don't know. Like,
right. I don't think that's the case. I think
so it is for kids.
Because like Fuller House was
Regina says it's a mix of both.
Yeah, and that's what I would describe Fuller House as. It was a mix of both. And I feel like I know for like my cousins that had kids that were, younger at the time, they watched Fuller House with them, and that kind of was a gateway for them to then watch Full House, which is much better. Full House, the original is it's so good.
Yeah. Okay, what did you watch, Allie?
I started Cape Fear, which is on Apple TV.
Oh, you got your Apple TV subscription.
Well, I don't have it. I'm using my sister-in-law and brothers because they let us borrow it sometimes for watching like the Friday night baseball games that every once in a while happen on Apple TV still. So I started Cape Fear on there because I was like, okay, now that I have this, maybe I should just go ahead and start it. I'm only one episode in. They've changed quite a bit of the storyline, like Amy Adams. Yeah, she is the lawyer. So it's not like the husband in the couple. I don't know why, but in my head, I was expecting that to be the case.
Yeah.
Patrick Wilson is playing her husband, and so I was expecting him to be the lawyer. But they did a gender swap there. So the woman, the wife, is the lawyer. Javier Bardem, fantastic as Max Caddy so far.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be the standout. I mean, plays one of the most iconic villains ever in No Country for Old Men. But I can already tell they're taking the story in a wildly different direction. And we're only one episode in, so I gotta be honest, this might be a DNF for me. So I'm gonna give it a couple more episodes, but I'm not really loving the story so far. The performances are fine. Again, Javier Bardem is perfectly cast as Max Caddy, but I don't know if I'm going to like the story.
Yeah, I was really excited about the idea of it and being on Apple TV, and everything on there usually seems to be good, but the reviews I saw were just, like
they're kind of mid,
so I never have started that yet. I watched the drama with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson.
I saw this on HBO Max now.
Yes, and it was a fun watch.
Okay.
I would say I didn't know anything about the storyline going into it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it either.
And I think that's probably for the best. It's hard to say. Like, sometimes people are like, oh, you should definitely not know anything about it. I mean, I feel like that generally tends to be the best way to watch anything.
Yeah.
That's why I go spoiler-free on so much stuff.
Right.
So, but can I definitively say that this will be better if you don't know anything about it? I don't know. But I think it was fun for me because all I'll say is it starts out and it seems like it's a pretty typical romantic comedy. Like, that's what you're going to get. And I was like, oh, that's nice. But then about 20 minutes in or something, it takes a just way different turn.
Interesting.
And it stays as a comedy, but a very dark comedy.
Okay.
And so this is true of just about every movie, particularly this one. It wasn't a long movie, but it felt too long. It felt like the conflict of the movie just was drawn out a little too much, where they just dwelled on it 10 minutes longer than they really needed to.
Yeah, shout out again to my brother and sister-in-law. They went and saw that in theaters. They said they had an incredibly frustrating time watching it. Yeah, they were frustrated with the characters, or frustrated with how the story developed. They were just they kept getting annoyed almost watching it. Like, what are you doing? You know?
I don't know if it's maybe supposed to make you feel that way.
And that could be the case, but they were just it wasn't an enjoyable watch.
Oh, no, I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay.
I thought it was, just because I thought it was the parts that you're laughing at that I'm like, am I supposed to be laughing? Or not they're in there to intent. you just feel wrong laughing at them.
Gotcha.
But I think it was a fun time.
Okay.
But
I might check it out.
maybe I would have felt different if I went and paid for it.
Yeah, right.
A conspiracy theory is being lobbed against none other than former Super Bowl halftime show performer Usher. 8772 Radio U, the talkback button in the Radio U app. The accusation is Usher has a body double.
Oh.
Some are saying that at his recent show at MetLife Stadium on August 7th, that Usher had a body double stand in for him for parts of the show. There's video of this.
Okay.
Where people are saying it's a Usher, if it is actually him, is wearing a hat, wearing sunglasses. Mm-hmm. You can't see much of his face.
Yeah.
People are saying the part you can see doesn't look like him.
Okay.
And some of the movements, I don't even know how you can judge this, but some of the movements of
some of the dance moves not right.
Yeah, individual don't seem like Usher. And so people are accusing Usher of having a body double.
I'm watching the video right now, and it looks like Usher to me.
It does? Well, that's because you have an untrained eye. How many Usher videos have you watched?
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
He was big when I was a lot younger.
He's still big. He's selling out MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's sold out.
I don't know. But I was going to say, I feel like that could be, it's nostalgic, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's like massively popular, but people would go see it just because they remember it from back in the day.
Maybe they were there for Chris Brown because he was doing the show too.
Also, a pretty old guy now too.
But Usher has come out on Instagram and denied this. He says they can't clone this.
Oh.
Yeah. He said, y'all are funny. Clone. So he is not feeding into the conspiracy.
Okay.
But I mean, let's just say this: is it the worst thing if it was a body double?
I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but I also wouldn't want to pay to go see a body double perform. I want to see the real performer if I'm paying to see him.
That's true, but some of the reason people are claiming that you might need one is, when you're doing these big budget shows where you're taking over MetLife Stadium, there's like outfit changes and different things like that.
Oh, come on, Usher. We saw Taylor Swift do 3 hours straight on her Eras tour.
But was it really her?
I think it was. Most people said she stayed on stage like almost the entire time.
But did she? Or was there a trap door or some kind of curtain perhaps?
Maybe.
That you're not supposed to pay attention to the person behind it.
I'm sure there's people out there that have a theory about that. If not, they've maybe created one right now.
There's all kinds of Taylor Swift theories out there.
But this does remind me of the theory that we saw, I think it was last year, or it could have been the beginning of this year with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Was that at Cannes or something? Like, I feel like it was overseas. And he was accepting an award.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and people were being like, is that really Jim Carrey?
Yes.
But that's just because we don't see him as much.
That was a weird, that's a way different situation to me because I can feel, for the Usher thing, there's a reasonable explanation of why.
Yeah.
You would maybe it is
somebody standing in while he does a wardrobe
this guy
change.
come out, lip sync, kind of dance like Usher so that Usher can change his wardrobe. I don't even know. It feels like pulling off that feels like as much work as him just taking a second and you just having a little breather or filling the space some other way. But
with a video or something.
At least it's reasonable. Whereas what's the reasonable explanation for why Jim Carrey would have a body double? There's only sinister or sad explanations for that, basically.
Right.
So
yeah, I think that one was just we don't see him as often, and so people were like, "Oh my gosh, Jim Carrey's old. He doesn't look the same."
Yeah. According to a shareholder letter sent out by Warner Brothers Discovery, Jim Carrey is going to be starring in a live-action Jetsons movie.
What?
In 2027.
What? Is he playing George?
Yeah, he's the star, so yeah, he'd be George.
Oh my gosh, I love this. That is a perfect casting. He's perfect as George Jetson. I don't know why I've never pictured that before, but I kind of love that.
I didn't realize you'd get so excited about
I
this.
loved watching the Jetsons when I was a kid, and I've kind of wanted a live-action movie because for some reason in my head there was one, but there's never been like a live-action
No,
Jetsons
yeah, they
movie.
did. Similarly, the Flintstones
Yes.
has had a few runs at a
and I
live-action
think they did
movie.
a cartoon film, like an animated movie
Yes.
that was the Jetsons and the Flintstones, and I
this-
think that's where my confusion came from.
The idea of a live-action Jetsons movie came up, like this was rumored back in fall of last year, and I'm pretty sure we must have mentioned it at that
We
time.
definitely talked about it
And
because
so
we
we
were
went
like,
through all this, and yeah.
what? There wasn't one already? Like it felt like a Mandela effect moment, where I was like convinced that there had been a live action Jetsons movie, but there's never been one.
It's so weird to me. If it's just like, why not? It's already established IP, so why not bring it back and try to do something with it?
why not?
But it's so weird to me that Warner Brothers Discovery simultaneously seems to do everything they possibly can to bury the Looney Tunes.
I know. That really annoys me.
And yet they're like, let's bring back the Jetsons, which seems much less high profile, or just like, because the Looney Tunes was kept going for so long.
Yes.
Whereas,
Back in action. Come on, Brendan
Yeah.
Fraser. I love that movie.
Whereas like the Jetsons has just been literally just dead as anything. They haven't done anything with it for, most of the last 60 years.
Right.
So it's weird to me that they're like bringing it back, but maybe it's kind of like, when you bring up a rookie into baseball and it's like, everybody's excited because they haven't had a chance to suck yet.
Yeah.
That's the Jetsons.
Yeah.
The Looney Tunes and the Flintstones have failed in theaters in some ways.
Yes.
Even though they've also had some success. Whereas the Jetsons, it's a lottery ticket. It's a beautiful mystery.
You don't know.
We don't know that people won't go watch it.
And people
so maybe
do.
they will.
And I feel like this casting really helps because people love Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And they love
he doesn't do much.
He doesn't do much. They love him as like the main villain guy in like Sonic in the Sonic movies. And so I think this could actually, if they get the rest of the casting right, if they get the story and the feel right, this could actually do pretty well, even though the IP itself is quite old.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. It entirely rests on Jim Carrey.
Yes.
It has to be
Yes.
like Jim Carrey just going crazy.
I know. Even
but
though
George
George's
Jetson
character
isn't a crazy character.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
his character is not over the top.
But
he's kind of the solid throughout.
I don't mean like just going crazy on screen. I just mean like crazy as in carrying the movie.
Yes, he has
Because
to carry it.
I don't know that I really feel like a live action Jetsons, if you took Jim Carrey out of it and it was just anybody else, even somebody else likable. I don't know if
I don't think it could work either.
I don't think it would
agree
work.
with you.
So does Jim Carrey alone make it work? I don't know.
It might.
I don't know that it does. I don't know that I trust it to work.
Well, we'll have to find out, right?
In 2027. We've had her less than a week, but Delilah the dog has already done something that Zafira the dog never truly did.
Okay.
She made me skip a day of work. 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Zafira the dog, you could say one time she was kind of guilty of this because if you recall, Allie, she got sprayed by a skunk.
Yes.
I took her out in the morning before I was coming in, and then she got sprayed by a skunk while she was out, and I was like, I'm just not coming into work today.
Right.
But that was supposed to not be a whole day anyways. I was leaving for vacation later that day.
Yeah.
I was doing like a half day. And so I was just like, this is not worth it. If it was a normal day, I would have come in.
Yeah.
On Friday, I took the whole day off.
Yeah.
Because Delilah the dog kept, particularly Mrs. Hudson, up all night long.
Ugh.
And so I woke up to come in and do the show. I wasn't feeling great. I think that's because Delilah the dog was keeping Mrs. Hudson up. And even though I was like asleep, I wasn't like fully sleeping.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't feeling right. And Mrs. Hudson, this never happens. I wake up at like 4 a.m. and Mrs. Hudson's like, I'm still awake. And
She's like, good morning. I've never slept.
yeah, so I was like, all right, well, I'm going to give her a break and I'll take the day off. So the Delilah the dog update is, I said to Mrs. Hudson, we are going to have to train her to not have separation anxiety.
Yeah. So here's my question for you, because we talked about this during like a staff meeting last week, Thursday. You mentioned how Delilah did not like getting in the car.
Yeah.
She was like a little bit afraid of it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the separation anxiety might be she doesn't want to leave your sight because she's worried she's going to get abandoned? Because it sounds like that might have been what happened to her. So maybe it'll be temporary, but it could be some trauma that she's working her way through.
It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't yet like left her really alone.
Yeah.
Because we haven't gotten a crate yet. We didn't know if we would, like, Zafira the dog had a crate when we had first gotten her, but eventually we didn't need it anymore.
Yeah.
And so we got rid of it. I don't know what happened to it, but we don't have it anymore. And so I don't know. We didn't know if we would need it. I think we will need it.
Okay.
But I don't even know. I don't even know if I truly know that yet because we've not left her alone to see what she will do. But other than that, like other than just like being very like always has to be around us, she is very well behaved. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, but that
might just be something that takes time.
The car thing, though, I'm starting to think because when we got her, she had just gotten fixed.
Yeah.
And she seemed, while she was like mostly fine for health wise, I think maybe she was still in pain enough where she didn't want to jump. Yeah. And because she would like not jump up on our bed either, even though she would be capable of that. And if we would want her up there. But now she started doing that. So we haven't taken her on a car ride since I feel like she's finally
she's gotten
healed.
Home. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. The other thing is this was so crazy, but she sneezed a lot. Huh. And a dog hardly ever sneezes, at least not any dogs that I've known. Yeah. Like they do, but it's not. Then she's commonly sneezed and she's gotten really snotty.
Okay.
And I was like,
she could be a little sick.
Yeah.
A little under the weather.
She's booked in for her like normal, like welcome to, your new home with the vet. Yeah. Later this week. But we were kind of concerned over the weekend until I realized, and I looked this up and I think this is what it is. Dogs, when your human gets a vaccine, depending on what it's for, you can experience the symptoms a bit of that.
Yes.
Whatever.
Because you've like been injected with it.
Yeah, basically. And so the same thing can happen to dogs. And she was just vaccinated right before we got her as well.
So she's just a little sick.
So it's probably that, and she's fine other than that. But it's gross. She's very snotty.
Poor baby's going through it.
She is. But I mean, she's not in the shelter anymore.
Yeah.
So.
No, she's in a good place. She'll be fine.
She'll be. Allie, do you remember this on June 2nd when the Guardians played the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium? Do you remember this?
I don't remember watching that game.
Do you remember, maybe if I give you a specific event from the game, it might help. It was the game where Jose Ramirez of the Guardians swung his bat in the 5th inning and lost control, and it flew out of his hands into the stands and struck a fan.
Uh-oh. Yeah, no, I definitely didn't watch this game.
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah.
Well, that fan is now suing the New York Yankees.
Wow.
Which might seem misplaced because it was Jose Ramirez who hit her with the bat, but
not on purpose.
She is suing the Yankees because she was seated in the 4th row behind home plate.
Oh, wow.
She is claiming that the Yankees should have had more adequate protective screening.
Yeah, do they not have like a net or whatever?
There's always a net right behind home plate.
But does it like go up? I know that at Progressive Field where the Guardians play, they have the net that's like, obviously in front of home plate. Yeah. But then it also goes like on a flat part, like above. Mm-hmm. So that balls, because balls could go up high and then land over the net. So
if they go up that high, they shouldn't be traveling at too much of a speed to where you could really get hurt, right?
I would hope so, but clearly,
Or there where you have plenty of time
but,
for everybody to go, look out,
right.
because somebody's paying attention.
Yeah, well, that's another problem with this is like if you're going to sit that close, you do need to pay attention. But the baseball bats are a lot heavier, so I'd imagine the force at which they could fall would be harder and faster.
But, so I want to look at the video of this.
Yeah, I need to see the video of what happened because I did not watch this game, so I didn't even know Jose Ramirez had hit somebody.
This woman claims in this lawsuit against the Yankees that Jose Ramirez's bat knocked her from her seat and violently threw her to the ground, causing her to sustain severe and permanent injuries. She says that she's now experiencing significant residual deficits from a traumatic brain injury.
Wow.
Including persistent headaches, sensitivity to light, balance issues, and other cognitive impairments. And she's been, quote, unable to return to her professional duties. However, according to the New York Post, since this incident happened, she appeared in late July, just a few weeks ago, on Pix 11's Monica Makes It Happen on TV, talking about an event that her company sponsored at Fordham University.
Oh.
That seems like returning to your professional duties. Her lawyer says that this incident does not refute her claims, saying, quote, a brief television appearance does not mean she has recovered or is capable of performing her professional duties on a sustained basis.
Sure, but it does look a little odd to be like, I can't take light, but I can definitely do a TV interview under studio lights.
Very bright lighting.
Which, believe me, we have like not crazy professional studio lights here in our studio, but we have bright lights in here, and they are bright.
Yeah.
They are very, very bright.
I just don't know. There's so much netting behind any home plate, and that's standard and required for all baseball stadiums.
Well, I'm looking at the video right now.
Yeah.
And from what I'm seeing, it drops off. So like it just goes up and drop off. There's no above part. And so that probably needs to be what changes, and maybe the Yankees will change this just so they don't have any lawsuits in the future, where it just goes a little bit like a flat landing at the top so that there's just a little bit extra protection rather than it just being a straight drop, like a straight line of the netting.
I don't know. Why can't you just pay attention?
That's what I would say. If you're going to sit that close, listen, this is baseball. There's baseball, particularly foul balls, going up and above those nets all the time. You need to pay attention.
And yeah, the net's like, it's not like it can fly directly out of your hand. The net is tall enough that it kind of has to have an arc to it.
Yeah, and that's what it did. It had an arc. It just went up and above. And so it was a crazy, crazy incident, almost like a freak accident,
It's, I'm definitely torn on it.
Okay.
Because I don't want her to win.
Yeah.
But I do want the Yankees to lose. So I think they should pay her the $10 million. In fact, I think they should pay her more money.
We know they have that money.
Yeah. A real life Five Nights at Freddy's restaurant is opening in 2027.
What? Do we think this is a good idea?
8772 Radio U, the talkback button, the RadioU app. Yeah, it doesn't seem safe, does it?
Has anyone played the video games? Has anyone watched the movies?
Yeah.
It doesn't end well.
It's horror. I haven't watched the movies, but I saw that the new one, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, is now on Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movies either, but I should because I love Matthew Lillard.
And it's horror, and you love horror.
I know. I just never got into like Five Nights at Freddy's. I never played the games.
Yeah.
But I watched people play.
Okay.
I would like, like the YouTube Let's Plays.
So you
or
were
whatever.
just like.
I was never.
Have you ever played the games? Have you ever seen the movies? It doesn't end well.
I'm describing me.
Yes.
I didn't even do those things. I know that it ends horribly.
Well, it is whether we like it or not. A Five Nights at Freddy's restaurant experience is opening at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey, which means Sambucha on YouTube will definitely be there. This mall, they say the creative manager at American Dream Mall, Atreyu Alcantar, which is a cool name, by the way.
Great name.
Says, quote, we're not building a set that looks like Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. We're building Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Okay, wait. You know what? I take back what I said. This is a brilliant idea, particularly for the failing industry known as the American Mall. If you can make an American Mall appealing to the young, which Five Nights at Freddy's happens to be, very young audiences went to go see it, even though I think it was rated R. But
I think it's PG-13.
Oh, PG-13. Okay. But I felt like I heard that it was quite gory.
Yeah. I remember, I've, again, not seen it, but I think it was surprisingly actually scary.
Yeah.
Or at least, like intense for what you would expect.
Yeah.
A movie that kind of appeals to kids.
If they're both on Netflix, I definitely
But maybe
need to
that
check
was
them
just
out.
Nene saying that. And
did he go see him?
Yeah, he definitely
He's
did.
kind of a wimp.
Yep.
He does not like horror movies.
He might
Sorry,
be wimpier
Nene.
than me.
Yeah. But I do kind of like the idea of, creating something like this at a mall where you've got lots of room, lots of space, and a lot of times that space can be pretty cheap to rent out because it's not worth a lot anymore. And so you can create something like this, like an experience. I like that idea.
Yeah. Now, the American Dream Mall, this will definitely be unique. The American Dream Mall is like the biggest mall in the country.
Oh, really?
There's a theme park inside of it.
So it's kind of like the Mall of America.
It is, yeah, except bigger.
Bigger than that.
And I believe there's a skiing hill inside.
Okay, so this mall's doing pretty well for itself.
It's doing okay.
Yeah.
It's doing okay, but it's still a fun idea. Now, let me open up the RadioU hotline.
877-2-RADIO-U.
Because it's got me thinking, if they can make a real-life Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a real Five Nights at Freddy's experience restaurant, what other fictional restaurants should be made in real life? Let us know. 877-2-RADIO-U or the talkback button in the RadioU app.
Immediately in my head is you have to do the bar from Star Wars. The cantina.
Yeah, I think that is kind of at Disney World.
Oh, is it? Because, they have the Star Wars area, so it makes sense if they had it.
But they kind of did.
That would be pretty fun to visit that.
Let's hear some more fictional restaurants that you want to be real. 877-2-RADIO-U. RadioU, where music is going. The RadioU hotline is open.
877-2-RADIO-U.
You can also use the talkback button in the RadioU app to let us know fictional restaurants that you wish were real. Talking about this because in 2027, it was just announced that a real-life Freddy Fazbear's Pizza from Five Nights at Freddy's is going to open up at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey. It's going to have, in addition to be an actual pizzeria, it'll also have arcade games, stage shows with Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica, and survival horror experiences.
Ooh.
So it sounds pretty legit.
Yeah.
What other restaurants from video games, TV, movies do you think should exist in real life?
We heard from Eric. This is a great choice. He said the Kung Fu Panda noodle shop.
Ooh, good call.
Those noodles do look very delicious. And the dumplings in Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, they know how to animate some food there.
They definitely do.
What about the Krusty Krab?
Oh, yes. Absolutely good choice.
I think there should be a disclaimer, actually, because I think what... you said the Star Wars Cantina.
Yeah.
I'm saying the Krusty Krab. My caveat is I feel like half of these have existed in some specific instances where there's a pop-up or whatever, like Central Perk from Friends. I know they made that a thing in some case in real life.
Yes.
But we wish they were real where you could just go to it,
Yeah.
all the time.
Real, and also I want it to feel like the film or the show. I don't want it to just be like they're paying homage.
Right.
I want it to be like they put a lot of time and effort into this setting for you to have an experience there. Because that's what it sounds like with this, Five Nights at Freddy's things is there's going to be some experiences involved, which is really cool. Another one I thought of, which you could make this really epic, is the movie Hook?
Yeah.
How the Lost Boys have the big food fight and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be really cool if you set up a restaurant similar to how their house looks like, their home, which is all basically outdoors with lots of tree houses and everything. You could make that look almost like a rainforest cafe.
Yeah.
With all the fun, colorful foods and everything. That would be sick.
That would be pretty fun.
And a skateboard route, all around upside, in the air, it'd be fun.
What about this one? Devin sent in Los Pollos Hermanos from Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad.
Some of these I'm like, do we really want these?
I think, Pollos Hermanos, it would be, everything would be up to code.
Yeah.
Because they don't want anybody snooping around.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
It'd be suspiciously clean in there.
Either that or they'd just be straight up paying off like the health inspectors and stuff.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know. The food looked good.
It did. What about the Big Kahuna burger?
Yes. That's the answer.
Was that the one you were thinking of?
That's a great one.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
From Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Well, I guess that shows up in a couple.
It's in several.
It's referenced.
Even in a movie that's not necessarily a Tarantino movie, From Dusk Till Dawn. He's in it, but he didn't direct it.
Yeah.
But it's in there.
Also, Pizza Planet from Toy Story.
Yes. I love these. Can we make more of these happen? What's the guy's name again? The guy that's doing this?
I don't know.
He had such a cool name, and I already forgot
Alcantara.
Atreyu, can we have more, please?
Is the creative manager at American Dream Mall. They've got the space for it.
He deserves a raise.
Yeah, definitely. This is a new segment called This Time Last Year, where we look back at what we were talking about and what was going on exactly 1 year ago.
Yes.
So for the inaugural This Time Last Year, can you believe that 1 year ago is when the Cracker Barrel controversy got started?
Wow.
It was in August of 2025.
I can't believe that it's been a year.
This was brought back to my attention because, to flip it forward to current times, the CEO that presided over Cracker Barrel during all of the controversy with changing their logo and remodeling the stores recently was fired.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's gone.
Should have been fired a long time ago.
I can't believe she made it a whole year after
I can't believe they kept her after that disaster of marketing changes.
But I have here a clip of how this is when at first we were ahead of the game on this.
Yes, we were.
Because the timeline was there was the remodels that were just happening without much fanfare.
Yeah.
And there was video of it on TikTok and stuff. And we are reacting to that.
Yeah.
It wasn't until like another week or two later that the logo was changed.
Yes, and the menu.
That is what sent people into a firestorm. But we were already upset.
Yeah, we were already upset because they were painting all the stores white. They were taking all the antiques off the walls. It looked horrible.
As evidenced by what we were saying a year ago.
Cracker Barrel had something that's so hard to cultivate, and that is like their own brand. Like something iconic and recognizable. And they're just throwing it out?
Throwing it away. What are you doing?
I don't, what's next? You're getting rid of the rocking chairs outside, too? What's next? You're getting the old country store, getting rid of all that old soda and candy and those shirts that I would never buy?
And like the chess.
You're getting rid of the checkers?
We predicted
the checkers,
all this.
And then they also have like the little like peg game that you could play.
If you get rid of the peg game where I'm always an ignoramus... It's over for you.
I know.
This ignoramus is coming to get you, Cracker Barrel.
We're taking you down.
I will take you down single-handedly, but I don't need to do it single-handedly because I have an army of people with me.
Yeah.
That will not stand for this.
No,
I really did have an army.
Change it back. Change it back. Change it back. Wow.
We're very prescient, I feel like.
Yeah.
We were ahead of the game on that.
We definitely were ahead of the game. I remember we talked about it lots of times, but that was like the first time we talked about it because we saw those TikToks and we were just, we were enamored with the whole thing.
All the stuff that we just said is stuff that I think they tried to do.
Yeah.
And I specifically remember them being, eventually when, they started being in
Walking
the news.
Back.
More so.
Okay, yeah.
They were like, don't worry, we're not getting rid of the peg game. And it was like, you shouldn't even have to worry about this. We shouldn't even be questioning.
It means you did think about it.
Yeah.
And now you're walking it back. And so, that whole story was crazy.
We tried to warn them.
We tried to warn them. I'm glad that people won. I'm glad that they saw the light and finally listened to some sense.
Now, what can we learn from this a year later? Now that, basically the whole thing has all been, put to bed. The CEO is gone now.
Well, when you have a restaurant, a restaurant that is, a chain restaurant where people have to come in and sit and eat, that is doing well, very well. I've never been to a Cracker Barrel that's not busy.
Yeah.
And you want to start changing the whole thing. Maybe you need to, do some like you need to think about this.
Yeah.
Because it's like we talk about all the time, these restaurants, these sit-down restaurants that are chain restaurants, TGI Fridays, Applebee's, Outback, whatever, how they're failing.
Yeah. So
Cracker Barrel was doing well. Why would you want to change? Why would you want to, fix what's not broken?
the last question then is, in the past year, have you gone back to Cracker Barrel?
I have.
You've been?
I've been.
And how did it feel?
The experience was great. Nothing had changed for this particular place. And that was the thing that was so, I feel like, a little bit nefarious about it all. Was like they were just changing a few places. And so that's why it's late. It was under the radar for so long because they were just doing a few restaurants at a time.
But imagine your shock before it hit the news.
I know. And that's why people were filming TikToks about it, because they walked into a Cracker Barrel and they were like, what happened? This isn't Cracker
they've
Barrel.
Ruined it.
Yeah.
I've not been back since then.
Really?
No, I've not gone to Cracker Barrel.
Oh.
And I feel okay about it.
Okay.
Dude, this is so fun. It's a website called bingebuster.net.
Okay.
And it takes streaming libraries of movies you could be watching and it lets you browse them as if you're in an old Blockbuster video store.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this and I love it so much.
It's so cool because let's be honest, and okay, in some ways I don't know if this actually improves upon it, but one of the big problems with the streaming sites, and I think all of them are guilty of this, is the organization of just finding something to watch.
Yes.
Is insane.
It's terrible.
If you don't have your mind made up already.
Right.
It's not easy.
Yes.
This maybe slightly improves upon that because it does have everything kind of broken down into
categories.
Yeah, cult classics, staff picks, horror, romance, new releases. And so it kind of gives you, if you have an idea of what you want to watch, then you go to that section. And it's nostalgic if you ever actually did go to a video store like this. And if not, I actually just feel like it's kind of a more fun way to try to look for something to watch.
Yes. I have to tell you memory, Hudson. So
Okay.
In Zambia, this is in Africa, not just in Zambia, but there's a pizza chain called Debonair's.
Okay.
And this used to be quite common. You would have a Debonair's and a burger place that was called Steers.
Okay.
And they'd be right next to each other, kind of like, a KFC and Long John Silver's or something, how they would be in the same building. Well, not only would those two be together, but right beside them would always be a Blockbuster.
Oh,
a Blockbuster
really?
video.
Yeah.
And so I have so many fond memories of my parents being like, we're going to order Steers or Debonair's, you can pick. They took us there all the time so us kids could pick what we wanted. And then we got to, while we're waiting for our food, just go explore through Blockbuster. We might not even pick out a movie that day.
Yeah.
Most of the time we wouldn't, but we at least got to go look and see the whole list of all the movies and look at all the fun little, movie posters and all of that. Oh, I just miss that. That's childhood right there. That's my nostalgic childhood.
Even near the RadioU studios, there was a chain, and they did finally just recently close down, but they held on much longer than Blockbuster. It's called Family Video.
Yes.
And it'd be attached to a pizza, a Marco's Pizza.
A Marco's Pizza.
Yeah.
It's such a brilliant idea. Pizza in a movie.
Of
Come
course.
on. We love it. This is an American, that's the American dream almost.
I didn't do as much going to Blockbusters or Family Video or whatever, but what I did do was go to the used, and this is also closed, but the used DVD and Blu-ray stores where it'd be buy 4, get 1 free and just pick out movies before
so fun.
I just did everything with streaming.
Yeah.
So this feels a lot like that. It's definitely not perfect because I'm looking at the drama section and it has Santa buddies in it. So it's not
hey, that movie's dramatic. What are you talking about?
It's not necessarily perfect, but you can also just restock if you're looking at a section. You're I don't really feel any of this. You just hit the restock button, and
and it's suddenly a new store, like a new Blockbuster.
At least a new shelf, where, a new option of selections, and then it whatever movie you might be hovering over, like for instance, Rocky, you can click on it. It will take you to the streaming service where that is actually streaming.
Also, really cool. It asks you at bingebuster.net to list your shelves, meaning you don't have to list the movies on a streaming service you don't have. So if you, like me, only have currently right now HBO Max and Prime Video, take Disney Plus off, take Netflix off, take Hulu off. Those movies aren't available to you, so they're not in your Blockbuster. I love this.
It's so fun, and I'm glad somebody made it. It's called bingebuster.net to turn streaming, choosing a movie to watch into the 90s and going to Blockbuster. Authorities in Tacoma, Washington discovered what they're calling a ghost ship crewed only by cats.
What?
8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. This was a sailboat anchored off of Owen Beach that after further inspection, they discovered there was 31 cats and kittens. And that was all that was aboard this ship.
No humans.
Yeah, no humans to be found.
Just totally abandoned. But for some reason, 30 cats?
31 cats.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The cats, they were able to safely corral all of the cats, take them to the Humane Society there. They said they were all, surprisingly, even though it's like basically they were abandoned on this ship.
Yeah.
They were mostly surprisingly healthy. Just some, hadn't eaten as much and had fleas. But other than that, like they were actually doing fine.
Wow.
Living at sea, basically.
Oh, sea kitties.
Yeah. So what a crazy situation. They're trying to find out. They know who the boat is registered to.
Yeah. Where'd they end up? Did they commit suicide or something?
They are trying to find this boat, actually like contact this boat's owner. But the boat owner may want to stay hidden because they could face potentially fines, jail time, or even a lifetime ban on owning pets.
Wow.
Because of this situation.
I mean, you shouldn't own pets if you're going to abandon them at sea.
Yeah.
Like, that's terrible.
It's hard to say how this all came to be, though.
Yeah, that's the thing that's confusing me, because who just has 31 cats and transports them onto a boat?
Well, they believe that this probably started as stray cats.
Yeah.
However, they got on this boat in the first place, but they think somebody must have been feeding them.
Yeah, sure, because they're not just going to go on a boat.
It started as a few cats, and those cats
told the other
told
cats.
Two friends, and some of the cats had kittens, and so eventually you wind up with 31, but it didn't start that way. But
okay.
I don't know
that
if
makes
it's
sense.
the owner of the boat was feeding them on there, or if the cats, maybe they just found food on the boat if it had not really been attended to.
Yeah.
Something on there that they liked, and the rest was history.
It lured all of them in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, we have to know the story of how this happened, because this is crazy. 31 cats on a boat.
Yeah. I did like the imagery in my mind when I first saw the story, that it was just cats like sailing at sea.
Yeah, they're just like la 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 la.
It sounds like could be a Studio Ghibli movie or something like that.
Or like
Laika
or something.
Yeah.
It could be the claymation movie. I would love to see that. I can guarantee you one thing, though. There's no rats on that ship.
That's 100%.
No rats on that boat.
We are less than 2 weeks away from college football kicking off.
Let's go.
One of the big stories of the off season recently has revolved around Akron and their football team, of all places, because they, and we loved this, they ran a promotion where any of their season ticket holders had the opportunity to win a lottery if they paid an extra $75 to call the plays for their opening drive of the season.
Yeah.
It was very successful. I didn't realize this, but this helped them raise tons of money because it sold out their season tickets.
Yeah.
They didn't have all their season tickets sold out, but then they came up with this promotion and they sold out all the season tickets. So
good job, Akron.
a big money raiser. But then I also, this didn't even cross my mind, but it's something to think about. What if you were an Akron hater? What if you wanted Akron to lose and you won this and you got to call their plays for the first drive, you could sabotage them.
You
right?
could sabotage them, but now you have season tickets. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Can you sell season tickets?
Yeah, you can sell season tickets.
Well, then you can just sell them.
Yeah.
So try to,
They're playing, I believe the game is against Robert Morris. What if you're a big Robert Morris fan?
Yep.
And you're like, this is my chance to help the team.
My chance to take them down.
Yeah, you can help take down Akron.
Take down the Akron Zips.
You could sabotage Akron. But the head coach of Akron, Joe Moorhead, has put some guardrails in place.
I had no idea Joe Moorhead was coaching Akron.
He's fallen so far.
Yeah.
Remember when he was the offensive coordinator at Penn State, right?
Yes.
And then doing pretty well. Then he became the head coach, I believe, at Mississippi State.
I couldn't remember where he was at.
Not good.
Was he ever tied to Purdue at some point?
I don't think so.
Okay. Maybe I'm just misremembering.
But anyways, he said to his players that he won't let the circus roll into town or make a mockery of the game. He's going to oversee the process.
Okay.
And approve or modify any plays the fan chooses.
Okay.
So does that take away from the fun as a fan, where it's like you get to call the plays, but what if Joe Moorhead hates your plays?
And then he vetoes them?
Yeah, and you're not even trying to sabotage the team.
He's just like, bad idea.
I'm going to be honest. I played a lot of Madden. I watch a ton of football.
Yeah.
But if I called like one certain play, I mean, unless it's literally I called a pass and he does a run or something, would any of us, would the average person really know? You'd have to be like a big football person to be like, wait, he ran an out route instead of a fly.
I mean, there's certain things that you would definitely be able to see, like, okay, that's not at all the play I called, especially if they're lining up in a totally different way.
Yeah.
You're like, I called I formation.
You would know the formation.
Right, yeah, like I called I formation, that's not what they're doing right now. So
But
you
like
could
inside zone run versus a sweep.
I mean, if you're a fan crazy enough to try and want this, I would hope that you would do some research and you would at least understand basic play calling.
You're actually right. Because this is an audition for you.
Yes. This is your moment.
This is your chance.
What if you become an offensive coordinator because of this?
Exactly.
That's what the lottery is. The lottery is a moment to change your life.
Whoever is the one calling these plays, whoever wins this lottery, that's what they're thinking.
Yeah.
And so they're going to spend the next month researching the
preparing.
plays. Yeah,
that's what I would be doing.
Yeah.
I would be preparing the heck out of myself to be ready for this gig. But also, if you want to see me as the Akron Zips OC, go check out our social media.
Yeah.
Check out our Facebook page and our YouTube.
This is even turning their game against Robert Morris, maybe not the whole game, but at least the first drive.
A little more exciting. Yeah, I want to see how the fan does.
Well, it's coming up on September 12th.
Let's go.
You have to wait a little while.
Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.